Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Nessa, and I'm back with another video for y'all. Okay, today we are getting into those Beauty and the Beast cupcakes. Oh my god, girl, this was such a fun project to work on. I enjoyed every minute of it. I hope you guys enjoy every minute of watching it. And I'm just so excited to share all my tips and tricks with you guys of how I got these cupcakes done. So without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So what I'm doing here right now is I'm just rolling out this yellow tinted gum paste. I actually tinted this with food gel coloring, and I'm just cutting out some round circles to put on top of the cupcakes, and I'm gonna leave them to harden a little bit. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and use some red fondant and white gum paste to go ahead and make my roses. I went ahead and I cut them out. And then I'm gonna take my ball tool and go around the edges, fringe them out a little bit, and make them look super pretty. Then I'm gonna make the cuts to each petal a little deeper, so that way all the arms and legs can come together nicely. Finally, if you notice, I'm just squeezing the bottoms just to get the rose a little bit more firm. Now, let's start with Chip. I love Chip. He's my favorite character of Beauty and the Beast. So I'm just starting off with his base here. I made a nice round bottom, and then I went ahead and made a nice round piece, but this time I attached it to my ball tool, which helped me shape the cup, the teacup shape. Then I went ahead and rolled a long strip of gum paste and fondant and wrapped it around the edge of both pieces so they came out like this. And then I also just cut the Chip into the side again because his name is Chip. Now I'm just cutting a smaller piece of the rolled fondant and I'm adding it as the nose. Look at that, girl. Oh my god, I love that. It came out so perfect. Yes. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add a little smile to him. For the final touches, I just went ahead and added some gum paste water to both pieces, and I put his smiley face on, and look how they came out. I love it. Perfect. So the fondant that I used here was a gold shimmer fondant, and it was pretty cool because I got to use it for every single design. I was able to use it for the clock, the candelabra, the feather duster, and the teacup, which was my favorite. So I think this was such a great investment and everything came out beautifully. So now we're going to go ahead and start on the clock. I already made his head. I went ahead and dyed the gum paste and fondant with brown food coloring, and now I'm just going to go ahead and make his arms. I'm rolling them up. I did use gum paste water here again, guys. Most of the times when you're attaching these pieces, you have to use gum paste water. So it's always with me and I always have a brush. And then I'm going into detail to show you guys how I made the body. At first, I made the body with a hole in the middle and I did not like it. So I went ahead and redid it, and now I'm creating a whole front clock area. I'm putting it onto a toothpick to hold it a little better because these pieces were not going to stay. Mind you, the entire time I was doing this project, guys, I was looking at a picture of the clock just so I can constantly remind myself as to how it looked, so I can make sure I got every detail perfect. I went ahead and gave him 2 feet, and then I added on his head. Now I'm going to go ahead and add on his arms that I made previously, and we're going to start on his head design. Alright, he got a lot going on the top, so we got to make sure we get all those curves correct, girl. So right here, guys, you can see that I am using my tools to help me press on these little miniature pieces, just because these are a little bit more fragile, and because of the gum paste water, sometimes they decide to slide out. So you have to make sure you're quick and you catch those, mishaps before they happen. But it's also great that you're doing it on a flat surface and everything can just lay down as you work. At this point, guys, I'm just going ahead and cutting out all the little necessary details that I need. like the front chest part, the clock ticking in the middle, and his nose, of course, most importantly, his nose. Of course, you guys, you know I had to show y'all the process of everything. So as of right now, he looks so dope. I can't even lie to you. I love it. It was amazing. I had so much fun. And now we're working on the candelabra. I don't remember the names to all of these characters, but I know what they are. So we're working with what we got. So again, what I did was I just went ahead and rolled some fondant into the shape that I needed, and I added it on to a toothpick to help it stand up. Unfortunately, this candelabra was not standing up. I had so many issues with it. I recreated it about 3 times, just like every other piece that I did, and it just would not stay. So at one point I just kind of got tired and I was like, you know what, it's gonna come out however it came out, and that is that. So I went ahead and rolled another piece of fondant, created the candle wax and the extra piece for his hair, which I thought was cute, girl. And then I rolled another piece of fondant to make the cute little flame on the top. It came out so adorable. So now I'm creating the arms. So I went and I rolled 2 more pieces of fondant, and I'm gonna attach it to the body, but when I'm attaching it to the body, it needs to be pressed down completely 360. So this will take some time. You just gotta be patient and press it down. It probably will not come out perfect, and most things won't, but it's fine. It came out the way it should. I was able to bend it so I could put a candle on top, which I did, and I also added the cute little flame. Okay guys, so just like the candelabra, it did take me a few tries to do the feather duster, but I found a technique that really works for me. And what I did was I just made a lump of white, as you can see, and then I frilled out a gray piece and added it on as a skirt, and it looked really cool. Then I went ahead and rolled out a piece of gold fondant like I did the candelabra, and I just made her body out of it. I added her head, and then I added on her hat. Again guys, because these pieces were bigger, I had to put them onto a toothpick because they were not gonna stay, and they were actually gonna take a longer dry time, so that really helped me. For the exciting part guys, I'm grabbing my Wilton 2D tip and I'm putting it into a piping bag. As you guys can see, this is a great tip that I've learned, which is putting your frosting in saran wrap. So that way, if you need to reuse your piping bags, you can always wash them and reuse them, but your frosting will always be in that saran wrap. I think that is so cool. And then you can go ahead and change out colors if need be. and use the same bag. That's what I most certainly did in this video. Yep, I also cut the circles a little bit smaller just because the designs were a little smaller. These are how everything came out. Oops, almost dropped them all, but they looked so great. When I was telling you guys about those piping bags, I did need to switch out my brown frosting for white, black, and green. So most definitely I did have 3 batches of frosting that I needed to pipe out. So here's the green right now for the leaves of the rose. I also had to do the eyes on every character, so I had to make sure it looked perfect. And when I was done, I just used some Gumpaste water to go ahead and stick these guys right in. Yep, and fill in any holes that needed to be filled. So that's all I have for y'all today, but make sure you guys are commenting and subscribing. Okay, make sure you check that description box down below because I got all the recipes and everything. Also, make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook to stay updated with the next video that's coming. Also, guys, I will be doing a giveaway for Christmas. So once I hit 150 followers on my Nessa's Cakes page, I will give you guys more information and details on how to qualify for the giveaway. Alrighty, guys, and what's included. Alrighty, y'all, so have a great one. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.